So, how many of you recognize what films these are from? All right, good. So, what if I told you that these films made me a lesbian? Well, not made me a lesbian, but through their circulation of queer female desire, they have allowed me to imagine another way of being besides being straight. I love movies, I always have. Growing up in West Virginia in the 1990s in a small rural town, movies were my only way to experience the outside world, beyond the valleys and mountains that isolated me. I watched these movies over and over again. I was obsessed. I didn't know why though. Flash forward to now, the present. Through my conversations with other queer people who grew up in the 1990s, rural to urban, New Jersey to California, they had the exact same reaction to these films. There was just something about them that allowed a queer viewer to identify, regardless of the fact that they didn't have any queer characters in the film. So, oh fuck. So through the circulation, I argue through the circulation of queer female desire, that these films allowed us to sort of understand the ways in which we were being able to push against queer identity. And by that, I mean, when we know a character in a film is queer, it encapsulates it and we understand what queerness exactly looks like. But when we follow queer female desire rather than identity, it is able to circulate in a way that is fluid, messy, it's ephemeral. We can understand ourselves through the desire rather than the identity. When we think about these films in relation to our own identities when we think about these in relation to our own identities rather than desire, we understand that we can move beyond these strict boxes. When we're thinking about these films in relation to the rest of our lives, we understand that they can push us beyond just being a lesbian. So we can understand these through a queer frame of reference.